All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the Buffalo Bills are not messing around when it comes to getting edge rushers. They are not messing around at all. The first round, they got Gregory Rousseau. The second round, they got Carlos Basham, a very powerful dude. 6'3", 274 pounds, but a guy that is very, very powerful. A dude that can definitely bend around the edge. I definitely believe that Carlos Basham is a true edge rusher, a guy that you can definitely put him out on the edge, and he can definitely beat offensive tackles, not only with speed, but with power and bend and with his bend. Gregory Rousseau is more of an interior pass rusher. He's more of an interior pass rusher that can probably end up being a very dominant edge defender against the run. Now again, Gregory Rousseau is a guy that has to play with pad level, low leverage, but at 6'7", 268 pounds, Gregory Rousseau is still the upside is tremendous. Carlos Basham is a guy that doesn't really have high upside, at least on paper. When you look at him, you look like, he's a guy that has, obviously he's had really, really good production at Wake Forest. There's a reason why he's an all conference type of defensive end. My favorite game was watching him against Clemson earlier on against the year. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that game. But Carlos Basham is a guy that I believe is the best edge rusher between the two so far. Gregory Rousseau is definitely the most talented and probably the rawest, but Carlos Basham is a guy that I would not be surprised at all that by day one, he ends up being a major contributor and huge rotational player for the Buffalo Bills. So obviously the Buffalo Bills, they want to get after Patrick Mahomes and some of the other top quarterbacks. They saw that game against the Chiefs. Well, obviously they were there, so so of course they knew what happened. They couldn't put any pressure at all against Patrick Mahomes. And then you saw what Tampa did with Shaquille Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul, just absolutely wrecked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And again, the Buffalo Bills, what have been their biggest weaknesses on the defensive line has been an edge rusher. So now for what we've seen for the Buffalo Bills, it'll be very interesting in the next round, in the third round, if they're going to go maybe beefing up the interior defensive line. I know Star Lotulelei opted out, but missing a year off from pro football, I just don't know how that's really going to affect them long term. So maybe the third round, that's when they kind of look at that, because they don't have another pick until the fifth round. They have those multiple fifth round picks, but we don't know what's going to happen by then. So maybe the third round, they can focus a little bit more on the interior defensive line. Maybe they go corner. Maybe they focus a little bit more on the interior offensive line. Who knows what they're going to do? But the Buffalo Bills is a team that really doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, except for maybe the major one is definitely the edge rushing position. Jerry Hughes is still there. Mario Addison's a guy that we're still waiting for him to break out. But I love the Carlos Basham pick as well. Again, the Gregory Rousseau pick is starting to grow on me. I didn't like it at first, but it's starting to kind of grow on me a little bit. I love the upside. That's what Brandon Beane has done, getting Tremaine Edmonds, getting Josh Allen, getting Ed Oliver, and then even getting A.J. Epinesa, a guy who's very similar to Gregory Rousseau as far as production, but at 6'5", 270 pounds, you love his upside. You love his upside, even despite the fact that he's not the most athletic defensive end in the world, kind of like Gregory Rousseau is, as far as quickness and three-cone drills and stuff like and 10-yard shows and crap like that. But yeah, Bills fans, let me know how you guys feel about this pick. Do you guys love this pick, or do you guys feel like we could have definitely went in a different direction? And no lie, if Terrace Marshall was available for the Buffalo Bills to take at that spot, I wanted Buffalo to take him that damn badly. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this pick, and we can definitely hash it out below in the comment section below.